Video number 13, Yoga Injuries. If you practice long enough, you're likely to hurt yourself at least once, and nothing will throw salt on your yoga game like a painful injury. Having to sit it out for weeks and resist the urge to practice after leaps and bounds of consistent progress can feel absolutely devastating. Everything worth doing comes with a risk, and yoga's no exception. Don't let this put you off altogether or keep you from making sincere efforts to improve. What you need to know about the mistakes that lead to injuries and how to avoid them. Yoga mistake number 1, pushing yourself too hard. Of course, you want to challenge yourself, but in doing so, you shouldn't hurt yourself. Yoga should not be painful. Pain is your body's way of telling you you've gone too far. You still feel the burn when you're working hard to gain strength or flexibility, but that's a different kind of pain than the kind that comes with a torn hamstring. The more basic pose in yoga can still be incredibly challenging, and they're also crucial building blocks for the more advanced poses. Mastering the basics will get you safely and successfully into the crazy arm balance or inversion if and when you're ready. Practice consistently and you'll learn when you should push yourself and when to back off. Yoga mistake number 2, comparing your body. Remember when you were 8 years old, you could practice doing a cartwheel and wheel pose in your sleep. Your body moved where you wanted it to without even thinking about it. But that was when you were younger, before you sat in a desk for hours straight, or had a child of your own, experienced an injury, or had a life full of stress, bills, and interpersonal relationships. We carry stress and trauma deep within the tissue of our body, limiting our movement and our mind. Pro tip, take a moment before class to meditate on the phrase, "Here I am. This is where I am with my body and strength today." Always try to meet yourself where you are at in the now. Yoga mistake number 3, practicing inconsistently. You know that feeling right after you finish a yoga class, you feel open, relaxed, and focused. You can't wait to come back for another one. But all of us lead busy lives, and eventually our work, social life, and family responsibilities begin to interfere. When you finally do return to class, you've lost what you thought you had gained. Don't worry, the mat is always there for you to build your strength and flexibility. The key is being ready. When you are ready to get consistent, your body will gradually open up, strengthen, and move further into the pose. It just takes time and practice. Yoga mistake number 4, holding your breath. The number 1 mistake people make in yoga is holding their breath. Often, when students are trying to get the pose right, concentrating or trying to balance, they hold their breath. Holding your breath prevents the free flow of energy and creates stress and tension, the exact opposite of what a yoga practice is about. If you find that you're having to hold your breath, it's a sure sign that you're pushing too hard. Whether you're lying down or upside down or standing on one leg, you need to have a steady breath. If you catch yourself out of breath, take a break, regain control of your breath, and then rejoin the class. Yoga mistake number 5, failing to disclose medical physical conditions. When you visit yoga classes, you hear your teacher ask if there are any injuries or medical conditions he or she should be aware of. Students often feel embarrassed or too shy to speak up. Your teacher wants to know these issues so they can craft a restorative practice that won't endanger your body. Pro tip, yoga is therapeutic. An experienced, intelligent teacher will help you overcome these injuries. Speak up. Yoga mistake number 6, skipping savasana. This is the final resting pose of your yoga class. You know, the one where you get to lie down. For some people, savasana is their favorite part of class, and for others, it's really difficult. Whether it's hard because you can't lie still, you have a hard time relaxing, or feel like you don't have the time, remember that this could be the most important pose of your practice. It sets you up to gradually enter a truly relaxed state, allows you to absorb all the wonderful things that have happened within your body during class, and can act as a starting point for meditation. If you're a serial Savasana skipper, try to stick around the next time you practice. And if lying on your back is uncomfortable for any reason, talk to your teacher and see if they can recommend a modification, such as lying on your stomach. After all, yoga shouldn't be stressful or uncomfortable, just the opposite. Yoga mistake number 7, comparing yourself to your neighbor. One of the most effective ways to get injured or discouraged is looking at your neighbor and trying to mirror their pose or stretch. All of us have different body types and skill sets. The person on the mat next to you might be a former ballerina or athlete. They might have years of yoga experience under their belts, or they might be naturally flexible. Yoga is a personal journey, so there's no reason you should be comparing yourself to anyone else. Pro tip: when you find yourself trying to bend into a pose that your neighbor can do, take a moment to close your eyes, focus your breathing, and center yourself again. Remember, yoga's not about measuring your level of performance. It's about harnessing the energy to tame the mind and shedding our negative behavior and patterns. The most common yoga mistake we make have nothing to do with our physical alignment. These do not apply to any one subset of yogis. Next to experience, they can impact all of us. If you want to practice yoga, do it well. Just like everything else, you get out what you put in. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video lesson.